Lately, I feel like we are rushing childhood and putting our kids through too much pressure to hold up to these unrealistic standards from society. In this episode, let's discuss how we might be unknowingly pulling the joy out of their childhood as well as our own parenting experience.
Hey mommies! We know you're tired and you're here for a reason.
We are two moms just looking to unwind after a long day. So come join our rants and let's make this journey a little less lonely, one episode at a time.
Welcome to our podcast, Mom vs. World. I finally took this tough decision of joining my son in a preschool. I was very doubtful about is this the right time or is he ready or like I had 100 questions inside. But I just decided, okay, let's give it a try. And last week, it was his first day, and he just clung to my leg and he kept crying, telling that he doesn't want to go.
That is pretty common,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like
All
kids
the
do
other
cry.
kids were crying too. At that moment, I felt like this gush of guilt just slapped me over my face. Tears literally rolled out of my eyes. I couldn't stop crying. I was embarrassed in front of other parents for crying. But it made me wonder, why did I take this decision? Am I doing this for him or for me? You know, right? I needed some time for myself, and that is also a part of
Yeah.
this decision. Not the only reason, but one of the reasons. I still keep thinking, am I a bad mom for sending him to school? Or am I a bad mom for not sending him to school? Because everybody around me is sending them to school at that age.
I think sometimes school does become an escape to most moms, and we should be able to talk about it without shame. We shouldn't put, like, first of all, we should remove that guilt aspect out of the picture, okay? Because whether or not we feel like bad moms, whether or not we feel guilty, I think we still do so much for our kids. We barely do anything for ourselves. So we might as well get that out of the equation because we are already thinking from their perspective only, right? I think it should be more about whether or not your kid is ready. Does your kid feel like he's able to handle playtime with other kids? Is he ready to socialize and sit in a classroom? I think we should be thinking in those terms.
Yeah, I think that is our biggest mistake. We just don't ask the right questions. We always dwell on those unnecessary questions. I think society has set some standards and milestones to be achieved, and we always keep trying to keep up with those. It's not always a conscious intention, but we tend to expect our child to excel in academics, be some kind of a topper or something. It's somewhere back of our heads, right? We expect a lot from them in any field.
That peer pressure is just not going away anytime soon, I guess, especially from social media and moms around us. It's an age old ideology to see your kids as your potential trophies or something, right? For example, my son was pretty late to accept hard foods, hard textured foods. He wasn't taking very well to baby led weaning compared to others. So it used to bother me so much back then. But now when I look back, I just think he did it when he was ready later,
Yeah.
right? And then there is nothing wrong with that, and he's eating fine now.
I know,
It's
right?
just
I
that
mean,
he got into it a little bit late. That's it.
many moms worry that my kid is not walking or talking on time, but eventually they do.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually they do. And we have to remember that while they are doing something late, they are learning something else that other kids are not learning. It's always like that. So the kids' minds are always busy. That's one thing we need to keep in mind to make ourselves, to put our mind at ease a little bit. We make it more about how we are doing as moms rather than how the kids are performing for themselves.
Yeah, even with me, even if I look modest from outside, trying to be chill and all, I unknowingly show pride if my kid is doing something successfully or if he's ahead of his milestone compared to other kids around him, or also showing embarrassment when my kid is falling behind or something. I don't want to do it, but it just comes out in some or the other way. That almost brings in that competitive spirit at a very young age, starting from they walk,
Yeah.
right?
And not only are we putting pressure on ourselves, we are unknowingly putting pressure on them, because I know for sure that my son can sense when I'm disappointed in him, when he didn't understand what I'm saying and do accordingly, and I can see it in his face that he knows what I'm feeling. And of course he can also sense those I'm proud of you moments just as well. So, and I think they'll start to act according to
Yeah.
that, right? Based on that, they will set it in their minds that this is what I need to do to make my mom happy. And it'll also create this negative idea that, okay, I'm not enough as I am to my parents. I need to do all these things they expect me to do, only then they will love me, or
Yeah.
something like that. And I think that's very harmful.
The tendency to prove themselves to win the love. I
Yeah,
think we still
exactly.
do that. We still try to prove ourselves to
Yeah,
our parents.
exactly. We're 30, 35 and
Yeah.
we still do it.
Yeah, we unintentionally not let them be themselves, I think. And I've read about this term called hurried child syndrome, where we keep inducing this into our children without knowing. If you notice, we keep rushing them, pushing them to do better, do things earlier than they actually can. Okay, somebody's son is walking at 10 months, so you have to do it right. There is some kind of a tension in
Yeah.
us, right? We expect them to behave maturely even when they are a toddler. We expect them to behave in a certain situation in a certain way when they are around people. But they are toddlers and they don't get it. They don't have any filters. They don't have a way of behavior outside and inside. It's all the same, but we just don't recognize that. We just keep scolding them and pushing them to just stay calm in the situation.
Yeah.
Just sit there, right there, don't move, and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, such things maybe cause hurried child syndrome. We want society to look at them in awe of perfection, right? But whatever we do, a toddler will behave like a toddler, and we have to accept that.
I know, right? When was the last time we stood by our children for how they are, exactly the way they are? Like, no, it's okay if he doesn't know this, or no, it's fine if she's doing it differently than other kids. I remember so many situations which is the opposite, where I would be embarrassed and say things like this to others, like, yeah, sorry, he doesn't know how to say this, or he's a bit slow, or I would just justify a tantrum by saying, oh, he's in a bad mood. He's not like this every day, believe me. You know, like, we shouldn't be apologizing to other people on their behalf when they didn't do
Yeah.
anything wrong. They're just being themselves and they're being kids.
I know, right? I went to an event recently. All important people of my life were in that event, and my son went all bonkers that day. He just acted the craziest. He just spilled food everywhere. He just lied down on the floor, and he did everything he could. And I couldn't be more embarrassed. I started telling people, yeah, he didn't sleep properly, so he's just behaving like this. He didn't eat properly, so he's not in a good mood today, and all that. After a while, after getting back home, I just thought, yeah, he is that way every day. Why did I even try to
Yeah.
explain things?
And he must have been overwhelmed with all
Yeah,
the people, which is also
exactly.
very
Yeah.
natural. And it's not a bad reaction according to them. It's like something that they felt.
Yeah, we just
did.
yell at them or snap at them very easily, especially in public situations,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's back to the people pleasing again with us moms.
And we know the best part of all our lives was our childhood, but somehow we don't let our child be a child. We kind of deprive them from all the joy, that unrestricted play without any rules or timings or some goals to reach, right? We keep forgetting that we have to let them show their emotions without any hesitation. We do the opposite of that. We just shut them off if they're angry or frustrated or shouting or all that. We just stop them from showing those emotions, which is so wrong, right? I think they just grow
Yeah.
up to be that way. They just hold everything inside.
Yeah, for our sake.
Literally for our sake.
Big feelings automatically throws us off because of the way we grew up. Obviously, just like what we are doing to them, this is what our parents did to us. So the other day, my kid was just in a bad mood, okay? He wasn't cooperating during bath time. He hasn't eaten all day, didn't drink water, all that stuff, throwing tantrums and everything. So I ended up giving him this silent treatment. I was doing every task by making loud noises, like putting the glass on the table really hard or things like that with frustration. So obviously, I was so frustrated with his behavior. Nothing was going my way. He was not agreeing with me on anything. But the end of the day, I felt like, how can I not understand him? How could I think that this is something that's happening to me? In reality, something is happening with him
Yeah.
as well, more
Yeah,
than
we
to
forget
me, right?
about that
And
totally.
exactly. And I am literally his only world, only way to deal with it. And I'm supposed to be more compassionate while he's having a rough day, but we do the opposite. I mean, of course, I'm not saying this is wrong for moms to do, but it's just that we need to remember in those situations, like, no, this is not just about me, that he's having a much worse day than I'm having. And how he's just naturally so opposed to tantrums, like it's a bad thing to show feelings. We somehow allow our kids to only feel happy or sleepy or hungry. We approve only of those
Yeah.
feelings. Why not anger? Why not frustration? Why not boredom? All these things are just as natural as those feelings that we consider to be positive. We shouldn't be segregating those feelings as positive, negative in the first place.
Yeah, like you said, we make it more about ourselves than about them in most of the situations without knowing. And maybe it is because it is too much hard work for us to deal with those negative emotions. So we just kind of try to shut them off because that's easier. By pushing them to act like adults too soon, are we just making it easier for ourselves to handle them in the outside world, in the public eye?
It's that combination of all that. We want our lives to be slightly easier because it
Yeah.
is very hard. We are those people pleasers. We want people to be pleased with our kids as well, and that does kind of
Yeah.
sound selfish again. But whatever we think we are going to achieve through our kids, we don't really take pleasure in it because we know deep down that our child is probably under pressure, that he probably didn't have fun doing this task or he didn't enjoy learning it in this hurry. I think that competitive ideology is just shoved into our mindsets and it doesn't really add much value to our lives. We need to realize that before we expect things from our kids, we should slow down first and start to enjoy the things as they do, the little
Oh,
things.
yeah.
You know?
Last week, I remember this situation. It was raining, and I took my son to our apartment lobby, okay, where all the kids were playing under a roof. And everybody was playing under the roof except my son. He was just running into the rain, and I'm stopping him again and again and again. I was so frustrated. I was telling him, just don't go into the rain, play with the other kids.
Look at
Yeah.
all the other kids.
Yeah, I kept telling that, and after half an hour or so, I just gave up. I just thought, okay, let him play in the rain. I'll join him. I just went. I joined him in the rain,
Oh, wow.
and I just felt much calmer. I enjoyed the rain too. And then that moment, I thought, why was I fretting over this? What's the worst thing that could happen?
Wow.
He'll catch a cold or cough, which
I think it's those moments that are most memorable,
yeah,
right?
seriously, sometimes I just let go and just sit with him in the sand and indulge myself in the sand, and I enjoy that. But we keep forgetting that we can do that. We just keep thinking that, okay, I am the controlling person here. I'm just monitoring you, and I should keep telling you no and no
Right.
and don't do this and don't do that. We just keep forgetting that there's no harm in doing such things most of the time, but we somehow still feel like, okay, he's not supposed to do that for some reason, right? I
Yeah.
think by doing such small things like just gazing up into the sky, like looking at the stars, or some small things like that, along with our kids, we become much calmer, and maybe we start to embrace that long lost joy in our lives.
Yeah. Well
And
said.
I think what we need to start doing is more unstructured play, or giving them more space to make mistakes. It's okay. We have to just let it be and not tell anything. And I think having slower mornings is also a very important thing, especially now that my son has started going to the school. I realize our mornings are now hurried. It was not like that earlier. We were
Right.
all sitting together like a family. We were not in a hurry. My husband was working from home until the last couple of months. So we were never in a hurry. We were just sitting and chilling until 9 o'clock, But now that my husband is going to work
Yeah.
and he's going to school, we are always just rushing. We're just getting up and getting ready,
Yeah.
making food, making lunch boxes, and all that stuff. But I think somehow, if we can accommodate a slower morning, that's a great thing to bond as a family. Another thing is we have to reduce the number of comparisons that we do on a daily basis, which we do unintentionally.
Yeah.
We either tell it out loud or it's in our head, but we do it. And
Yeah.
as parents, I think we have to respect their pace, let them do things at their own timing whenever they're ready. I think we should just wait for the things to happen and not push it too much.
Absolutely. I mean, parenting is supposed to be one of the most rewarding experiences of our lifetimes, right? So, if you ever questioned whether your child is behind or felt the pressure to keep up with the mom next door, then let's not forget we are getting to know a brand new person here, and we should be more curious about them because children are so interesting, they're so innocent, and if we end up rushing their childhood, we'd be missing out on so much. So, mommies, here's your reminder, let's choose presence over pressure. I really hope we could resonate with you because every feeling is valid in motherhood. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow us for more such content.